Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Math with Dr. War. Today's lesson is a trigonometry lesson, and we're going to be looking at when do you use the laws of sines and when do you use the law of cosines. Now, you use the law of sines and cosines when you have an acute triangle or an obtuse triangle. If you have any forms of those triangles and you have to find an angle or a side, the law of sines or the law of cosines is your friend. But you have to know when to use them. Now, we use the law of sines, which is this formula right here. A over sine A equals B over sine B equals C over sine C. Whenever you have a triangle and you know two angles and a side. So your triangle or the dimensions they are giving you are angle, angle, side, or it is angle, side, angle. Now you might be wondering, well, wow, this formula has, it has an A over sine A equals B over sine B equals C over sine C. Well, I have to use all three. The answer is no. We don't know which angles they're going to give you. They could pair A with B or B with C or A with C. So many possibilities. But remember, they are all equal to each other. We use the law of cosines, which is a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a. Now, if you notice, these three formulas are all alike except of where they're rearranging a and b. So suppose you want to find side A, notice you start your equation with a squared. If you want to find angle A, then you're going to use this formula. And the same thing, if you have to find side B or angle B, your equation starts with B. When do you use the law of cosines? You use it if you're given all three sides or if you're given a side, angle, side. Now, on your test, they're not going to give any ambiguous cases, so I'm not going to go into that realm. Okay, I have 4 problems here. We're going to start with the first 2. So here I have angle A is 40 degrees, angle B is 88 degrees, and A is 15. And I have to find B, and B is obviously a side. So your first step is we're going to start off by drawing a triangle to see what we have. So let's label this A, let this be B, C. So angle A is 40. That's 40 degrees. Angle B is 88, which is here. And side A is 15. So if this is angle A, your side A would be over here, 15. And we have to find side B. So if this is angle B, side B is over here. Now I notice I have angle, angle, side. With the case of angle, angle, side, we're going to have to use the law of sines. So since we have A's and B's, our formula would be A over sine A equals B over sine B. Let's see what we have. That would be 15, that is our A, over sine 40 degrees equals, I'm finding B, so that's going to stay as B. And then I have sine 88. Notice this looks like a proportion. Remedial stuff always comes back to haunt you. You never get away from it. So this is a proportion. In order to solve a proportion, we're going to cross multiply. So I'm going to have B sine 40 equals to 15 sine 88. Solving for B, I'm going to divide both sides by sine 40. Therefore, B equals, notice I did not compute what was 15 times sine 88. I left everything like this because I'm going to put all of this in the calculator. You don't really want to round so early. So I have 15 sine 88. Let's close our parentheses. Divided by sine of 40. Enter. And my answer, I'm going to round this to 2 decimal places. So this will be 23.32. And that is our value for side B. I have angle B is 50, Angle C is 60, B is 9, and I have to find A. So I'm going to start off with drawing my triangle. Let's label. This is A, here is B, here is C. Okay, B is 50. Let's put that in. C is 60. Let's put that in. B has a value of 9, so that will be down here. And I have to find A. So if this is angle A, over here will be little a. Now notice I have angle, angle, side. I have angle, angle, side. Whenever you have angle, angle, side, you're going to have to use the law of sines. Now, since I have to find side A, it means I'm using A over sine A, but I notice I don't have an angle here. How will I find this? I'm going to use the supplementary rule. So remember, when you add all the angles in a triangle, they sum to 180. So if I'm missing this angle right here, let's call it x. X would equals to 180 minus 50 minus 60, and that would give me a value of 70 degrees. Angle A is 70 degrees by using the supplementary rule. I'm going to use A over sine A, and then I have everything for B, so this will be B over sine B. So I have A over sine 70 equals 9 over sine 50. Again, I'm going to cross multiply, so I have A sine 50 equals 9 sine 70. Solve it for A. I'm going to divide both sides by sine 50. So A equals 9 sine 70 divided by sine of 50. I get a value for A as 11.04. So this problem was interesting that they wanted us to find side A, but we didn't know what angle A was. So we had to use the supplementary rule to find what was angle A, and from there we could then use the law of sines to find our side A. A is 15, B is 12, and C is 14. And we have to find angle C. Now, I'm not going to draw a triangle for this because I know that this is side, side, side. Whenever you have all three sides, you're going to use the law of cosine. So because we're finding angle C, we're going to start with C. C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cos C. So we're going to start to replace the values for A, B, and C. Now C is 14, so that's 14 squared. A is 15 squared plus B is 12 squared minus 2 times 15 times 12 cos C. 14 squared is 196 equals 225 plus 144 minus your cos C. 196 equals, so let's add 225 with 144. That gives me 369 minus 360 cos C. Now, I gotta find out what is cos C. This looks like a two-step equation. I'm telling you, equations follow you everywhere. Always remember, algebra is the basis of calculus. So I'm going to subtract 369 from both sides. That goes. I get negative 173 equals negative 360 cos C. Solving for cos C, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 360. So I have cos C, and I know two negatives gives me a positive, so I know my answer is going to be a positive answer. It's going to give me a positive 0.4806. I'm only going to go to 4 decimal places. Now, because we want to find C, we're going to have to do the inverse of C, and 0.4806 So we want the inverse sign, so that second function cos, and let's enter 0.4806. And when I hit enter, my answer for the angle C is 61.28. And don't forget your degree symbol. Here I have angle B is 75, side A is 13, side C is 14, and I have to find B, which is the side. So I'm going to draw my triangle for this one. So let's label A, B, C. Okay, A is 13, over here is 13, C is 14, over here is 14, and B is 75. Now when I look at this, I have side, angle, side. Law of cosines is your friend. But they want us to find B, so guess what? Your equation starts with B. So you have B squared equals A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos B. We're going to start to replace all the variables by their numerical value. We don't know B squared, that's what we're trying to find. We don't know what A is, that would be 13 squared, plus your C would be 14 squared, minus 2 times your 13 times your 14 cos, and your B is 75 degrees. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm going to put all of this in the calculator because it's all on the right-hand side. 13 squared plus 14 squared minus 2, which is multiplying by 13, which is multiplying by 14, and then you have cos 75. I hit enter, and again, I'm going to round this to 4 decimal places. It's always good in trigonometry to go to 4 decimal places. So this will be 270, 78.99, 78.99. So this is my B squared, but I don't want B squared, I want B. So you're going to have to take the square root of both sides. So if I get my calculator again, that's my answer. So second function x squared, and second function answer, but we'll put the entire answer there and hit enter. And my value for the side B is 16.46. So let's recap. Now you're going to use the laws of sine or cosine if you have an acute triangle or an obtuse triangle. Always remember you use the law of sines if you have angle, angle, side, or angle, side, angle. Or the way I remembered it in school, you have more angles than sides. You're going to use the law of cosine if you have all 3 sides. That one is easy. If you have all 3 sides, the law of cosine. And if you have side, angle, side, which means if you have more sides than angles, use the law of cosine. I hope that helps someone. But as long as you know the formula and you can plug stuff in and use your calculator, you should be fine. I hope this video has been helpful. Good luck in your final examination. Please like, subscribe, and share. Have a great day.